Well, it's finally April. April 11th is the Portal's book launch, and I'm busy getting ready for it. I had a meeting at the library. I also purchased a new price gun to price all the books rather than using printout labels with Microsoft Word. It has made my life so much easier, and as I get more practice with it, I get a little bit faster. So I've got about 100 books available, and some of those I have set aside for author copies. So here are the boxes. They are just about ready to go, and I am super excited. I have some more shopping to do. I plan to pick up some tea, coffee, some snacks. When I was at the library, they had this beautiful poster set up to advertise the book launch. I am so excited for this to take place. It seems like the woman is extremely supportive of local authors, and we've got everything lined up. She's going to do an introduction, and I have to do my speech, so I need to finalize that. My husband and both my kids work together to get my beautiful new glass whiteboard set up, and it looks great in the office, so it's time to get things organized and I can decide exactly what I'm going to do with said whiteboard. So I've got some books ready here. I've got Red Crimes and 300 Man, as well as Red River Man. And Red River Man, I also had to set up some price tags and make some decisions on the pricing. So for this year's markets, I have one in May, June, September, and October so far, and I may schedule some more in other cities around Manitoba. And my focus is going to be selling these following 4 books. Number 1 is Portal's Anthology. Number 2 is my newest release, Red River Man, which is an award-winning story that I extended, and it is like a romantasy. Then we've got 300 Man, which was the publication prior to Red River Man. And 300 Man, it's kind of got some romance in it, a little bit of mystery, a small sense of thriller concept, which then takes me to Red Crimes. Red Crimes was my first official novel publication. I had released 5 short stories, and then I put them all together, extended the storyline, added additional chapters every second chapter, and made it a novel-length story. So I'm pretty excited to get out there to some vendor markets and get selling. I'm beginning to feel like a chicken that's lost its head and running around sporadically, trying to get last-minute things together. Today's Friday, April 10th, and tomorrow is the book launch. This is the first book launch I have ever organized. I have been a part of other book launches, but this is the first one that I'm actually putting on and emceeing, and I'm a nervous wreck. My first challenge was I got a friendly reminder that I forgot to do bookmarks, and it's too late to order bookmarks and get them printed professionally. So I had to design some black and white bookmarks and print them at home because I do not have a working color printer right now. In addition to that, I also forgot business cards. Business cards is something I should have had a long time ago for the Sable Book Night brand, and I didn't. So again, I had to design some business cards, print them out in black and white, cut them all up. So that's done. That's off my plate. My checklist behind me on my whiteboard is going down. The other problem is tablecloths for the book launch. I have a nice black tablecloth for the book signing table, but I also needed one for the authors on the stage and another one for the snack table. And our Walmart is currently under construction. I had done an online order, had it delivered yesterday. They were sold out of the black tablecloth that I wanted, and then I declined their white tablecloth. Well, today I went to Canadian Tire. All they had was this $30 white tablecloth that I didn't want to get. So I went back to Walmart in case they had that other white one as a backup plan, but they were sold out. So then I went to the dollar store and got a couple of plastic ones. They're not as nice, but I'm going to have to live with it. Then I was going through my cupboard to get my book supplies ready to fill up the bins on what I needed to bring for the launch. And I found a couple of other tablecloths that I forgot I had, so at least I have some backup plans. So tomorrow is going to be trial and error on the setup. The other problem is somewhere in my house is a box of plastic book holders. I wanted to put at least one Portals book in a book holder for display, and guess what? It has gone MIA. The chaos is not gone away from renovating this room, and so there's still boxes of stuff everywhere. And I know I picked up this box from the store that used to have like a full shelf display for me that I was renting, and since they put all of the books into one area, all of my stands were no longer required. They got a box ready of all the stands that I had, display stands that I had. I picked them up, I brought them home, and now it's gone. So my chaos for the next day or two is going to be figuring out what happened to those stands. If I don't have them, I need to find another way of displaying the book. Worst case scenario, I don't display it, or I have some other plastic doohickeys that I could maybe put together and work something out, but we'll see what happens. So I also went to the bank. I got my float for the launch. I've got everything I need except for that one thing. I also picked up some snacks, and my friend Tyra is going to bring the coffee maker and the kettle for some tea so that people can have coffee and tea. So we'll have fruit, cheese, crackers. I got some nice spring paper plates and paper napkins. I'm kind of going all out this time. I'm not sure if this is how I'm going to handle every book launch, but this is Sable Book Night's first anthology book launch, so I wanted to make it nice. Otherwise, I found out there was a writing contest in my community with the city's education program for adults. So I wrote a short story yesterday. I went through the editing process, and then I submitted it. It was a free contest, so I figured, why not? I'll give it a shot. So we'll see what happens with that. The deadline is May 8th, so I'm sure I won't hear anything about it for some time. I've also been working on Red Crimes. I pulled it out once last week. I have not had the brain capacity to do it yet this week, but I did work away on a few chapters, and I started making lists on things that I need to change or modify. I also started my back plotting spreadsheet, and that's where I put in the chapter name, the character's POV that each chapter is in, what's happening in each chapter, and if there's anything that I need to consider once I come back to do another round of edits. So I'm in the revising process, really. So I'm going to do all the revising, make some changes to the storyline, go back, make the modifications for all the notes that I've made. Then I have to start the self-editing process. So it might take me another couple of months before it's ready for publishing, but it will be done this year. So on this lovely whiteboard, now I have my to-do list all written out, all of the dates of importance, like all of my book signings and book sales at vendor markets and stuff. My next one is May 2nd, which is only a few weeks away now that I'm looking at it, so I need to get all of my other books ready, some more price tags on the 300-man story, and we'll go from there. So I'm really hoping this book launch goes well. I'm a little on the nervous/excited side of things. It's kind of a mishmash of emotions, and I'm hoping that there's a really good turnout. I know that every author has invited family and friends. I have invited some family and friends, although most people can't attend that I've talked to, or some people just say, I'll try. So I don't know what the show is going to be, but when I come back, on my next video, I will update you on the success or failure of this wonderful book launch. So again, Portals will be on sale as of April 11th, which by the time you watch this video will have passed. So please consider supporting these amazing authors. I mean, some of them, the stories, I fell in love with the stories. And I'm really happy that I went through this entire process, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. If you're interested in being included in the next anthology, the subject is dark romance. For more information, you can check it out at sablebooknight.ca/submissions. Have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, night, or whatever, and happy writing.